The court wants to contradicting proof. Okay, we don't really have any decisive proof, but remember what we have? Our one bag of tricks. Or one thing in our bag of tricks that only Apollo knows? Yes, we're gonna call a witness. Prosecutor Gavin, you claim that there were no witnesses to this crime. Are you absolutely sure? Absolutely. I swear on my career as a prosecutor. Oh, that's too bad then. And on my million-seller hit song, A Choconine, my love. That's too bad then. There he goes again. That's too bad because there was a witness. Yeah, Apollo's just repeating what I'm saying. Oh, really now? But how did you come to possess the knowledge the prosecution clearly does not? Because I am the only one in the world who knows this. And I'm not gonna read this because it's just like this thing repeats itself a lot. In this case, I have a lot of what is it? Flashbacks. Lots and lots of flashbacks. What? The victim said this before he died? Perhaps he did, and perhaps he did not. What do you mean by that? All we know is what Air 4 has said he said. It is no testimony, especially since it comes from the defense attorney himself. But it's the truth! He said it! I even told you about it! But apparently you ignored me completely! It's my policy to fully investigate everything I deem relevant. Clearly, this rookie lawyer thinks he can tell me how to do my job. That's just me. That's enough! Mr. Justice, we need clear contradictory proof from you. This witness of yours unknown to prosecution. I hope you're right. Failure carries a stiff penalty. Ooh, ouch. Perhaps a stiffer penalty than usual is called for? There's no backing out now. Let's hear the name of your witness, Mr. Justice. And then we choose one. And, you know, it's the Siren. Singer lauded as the Siren of the Ballad from tiny country Virginia. L'amour? Recall Mr. Latouse's last words. And flashback again. Na-na-na-na-na. The Siren. Aha! He meant the Siren! That's right, the Siren of the Ballad, L'amour. L'amour was the only on stage for the second set. And she had access to the backstage area. She could have been a witness. I see. Well, Prosecutor Evan, my claim still stands. There was no witness to this crime. Very well. Let's hear it from the horse's mouth then, shall we? We will now take a break from Detective Emma Sky's cross-examination. Please show L'amour to the witness stand. L'amour witnessed nothing the night of the murder. Not today, though. Today we'll drag that story out of her no matter what it is. He's calm. It is my distinct honor to welcome the Siren of the Ballad to our courtroom. You are too kind. Ah, you can speak English? Yes, I can. Though I am not very good. There is much I do not know. You speak it so well. Have you spent time here before? Actually, I do not know how I came by my knowledge of your language, nor where I studied it. What does she mean she doesn't know? I too thought to call her as a witness, but I did not. I had a reason, of course. What's that? L'amour suffers from amnesia. Amnesia? L'amour is not my true name, yet I remember nothing of the time before I was given it. Nothing of the time before I started singing on stage. Whoa, she's even more mysterious than I thought! As a lot of singer L'amour, she lives a good life. There are little difficulties for her thanks to her success. Yet, I do not wish to subject her to unnecessary stress. I see. But this is a murder case. We need to, get criminals and stuff, you know? I care surprisingly little about people's pasts. You have nothing to fear in this court, L'amour. Thank you. Yet, there is something I do not understand. I am being called as a witness. What might I say? No one will tell me anything of what happened. Lamar, let me be frank. I did not want to ask you up here to testify. Yet that young gentleman with the wide forehead over there was adamant that you stand. Oh my. Congratulations, Apollo. You're the bad guy. Wait. Aren't we supposed to be the good guy? Oh, poor Apollo. Well, now that you're here, please give us your testimony. If nothing else, the sound of your voice is welcome. Tell us what you saw the night of the crime. What I saw. As for what I saw nothing. That night, I was invited to sing on stage, and this I did. I did not return backstage after the second set. Then I was led by the police to Mr. Gavin's dressing room and told to wait there. That was where I learned that something had happened, but I wasn't told the details. Well, this is, this help us? No, it helps us? No, does it? I must say you sound wonderful, just testifying. I hope he was too distracted to hear what she was actually saying. There you have it, she saw nothing that night. Now we can only pray that the defense has the signals to admit defeat. And refrain from detaining her here any longer than need be. Wow, you just got better, Apollo! Way to go! Who saw you on anyway, Juicy? Grr. Very well, Mr. Justice, keep it short and sweet. Lauren wouldn't talk to me the night of the crime. She must know something, and I've got to find out what. Trust your instincts, let's get going. She saw nothing. The night I was invited to sing on stage and decided. Okay, I wanted this one because it's kind of funny. It was a great concert. You heard me sing? Thank you. I was hoping to get an autograph later, actually. Of course. Mr. Justice, this is across the nation. You're out of line. If anyone deserves an autograph here, it's me. One on my gravel would be nice. Air Judge. What's this? It's my autograph. Now keep this child moving. What? Oh, my grandchild will be so happy. Apparently his grandson is a big fan. That's so funny. Oh, jeez. Let's continue, shall we? If you would, Lamar. Tell us what you did after your stellar performance. She not returned backstage at the second set. Okay. You did not return backstage once? Where were you then? What were you doing? I was cleaning up on stage. There are many things I must do for a performance other than simply sing. And was Matchy with you at the time? Unfortunately, I do not know where he was. So much for an alibi for Matchy. Then I was led by police to Mr. Gavin's dressing room and told to wait there. With Matchy, correct? How was he then? He seemed as he always does, though I believe he was shocked by the news of Mr. Latouse's death. Yet, he is not the type to show much emotion. Yes, he's given the police no end of headaches. He answers most questions with silence, and those glinting frames speak nothing. The questioning hasn't gotten very far. He sat there waiting. That was when I learned that something happened, but I was told the details. How was the incident explained to you? I was told nothing in detail, only that Miss Latouse died. Of course, investigation requires some security. Of course, investigations require some security. Miss Latouse was my manager. I wanted to know more. I should have been told. But Matchy and I were beside ourselves with concern. Allow me to apologize, but please understand. Keeping you in the dark was as painful for me as it was for you. Yes, I understand. Think what doesn't ring true about her testimony? It's hard to imagine Lamar lying. She might not be lying, but she's hiding something. What wouldn't she tell me the night of the murder? Yeah, I didn't press the first thing, because that seems important. But you must have seen something! Mr. Latouche named you! Mr. Latouche? How can I tell you what I don't know? Lamar! He said you were a witness with his dying words! Isn't that, like, important enough to you? I do not know what he meant to say, but that night... What? I don't remember. I was led by the police to wait there. I was told the details. What doesn't ring true to her testimony? Jeez, it's been so long. I did not remember. This one? Is it? I don't remember. Ah, jeez, what kind of LP am I? I can't remember. I don't believe that she didn't came back. Death due to loss of blood from a gunshot wound. Estimated time of death 9 o'clock to 9:30. I don't know. I don't know. Is it? If I'm wrong, I've kind of, I don't know. Okay, it is right. There's no music. I'm sorry. Oh my gosh, I don't remember. I'm sorry, Lamar, but I'm having trouble believing you. Oh, so mean, Apollo. How can you say such things? You remember this brooch, do you not? Why, that's Lamar. She was wearing it for her song. Care to add that to the testimony, Prosecutor Gavin? Awesome music! Oh my gosh! What? This brooch was found after the murder took place, at the very scene of the crime. What? Lamar, how did your brooch get backstage if you did not go there yourself? And as Prosecutor Gavin has just told us, you have been wearing it during your performance that night. Oh, whoa. What's the meaning? What is the meaning of this? Lamar, please explain. Lamar? She says English is quite difficult. You can speak wingdings too? I didn't know that. That trick's not going to work here. Your forehead may be large, but you are a lawyer, truly. But you have missed one important fact. What now? In fact, at the time of the incident, I went backstage, but only for a moment. But what? Think back to the moment of the crime. You know whereof I speak. Is she really saying all that? What's she talking about, Apollo? Right when the incident occurred. Ah! Is she talking about that? Watch this room for me. I have to call for backup. Right, understood. You want me to make sure no one comes in, right? Miss Latus, can you hear me? Cold, so cold. Witness. Yeah, I had to say this all over again. Yikes, Emma? What was that? But who's there? What's wrong? Emma, did you see anyone just now? Huh? No. I could have sworn I heard a door close. I looked into the room. Just a glance, mind you. So this was when your brooch dropped? That explains that. It says there was no other time I could have dropped it. But that's ridiculous! You only looked in for it instead when you dropped your brooch? Her forehead. She has raised a possibility. The only thing that can counter that is evidence. So she looked in at the crime scene. Actually, I intended to go into the dressing room. I knew nothing of what had happened, of course. But the moment I opened the door, I heard a horrible voice. Air Force shouting, "Who's there?" No doubt. Horrible voice indeed. But that's so mean. I closed the door immediately. Well, that explains the brooch. Let's return to your testimony. That's too convenient. She's hiding something. Lamar, you did look into the room, though, right? Yes. Testify as to what you saw. Very well, though it was only the briefest of glimpses. Ooh, my bracelet is, this way. My performance was finished. When my performance was finished, I went backstage for just a moment. My bracelet, or Apollo's bracelet, is, reacting, so she's lying somewhere in her testimony. I saw nothing. The late Miss Latus's body was behind a wall. Then I was led by the police to visit Gavin's dressing room and told wait there. Okay, there's only 2 places that she's lying in, because the other 2 there was no bracelet reacting. What did you see in that brief glimpse? I had only opened the door slightly when I heard that horrible voice. And shut the door. I've always wondered, Air Forehead, does that voice of yours lack a volume knob? It's my course of steel, man. Just back off. It is the course of steel. What the heck? Well, how? Why does he even have course of steel? What inspired him to have that anyway? Whatever. A wall? Was there a wall there? Arrow! Exclamation mark. Goat. Barbecue is what in English? G. A division or partition, I believe. It was a large dressing room divided into two halves. And the murder took place in the inside half. I guess that partition might have hidden the body.